Sometimes we don't know why things happen. We don't know why, even if we feel like it's our best attempt, why does it not work? Do you ever notice that sometimes when you just don't give a crap, that one eventually makes it? Yeah, I've had moments like that, and I was thinking, wait. So, on one hand, I have less attachment, which is brilliant. And two, sometimes in a state like that, we don't know what it is that makes that set project successful. There is something that we implemented that we don't do, even when we feel like we've done a good job. You're always going to be learning. So, just do it. Honestly, just keep going and you keep improving. The more you do it, the better you get. But it's not just the more you do it, the better you get. You have to focus on improving every single time. So, people say consistency is key. Well, I have some interesting words about that. I agree and disagree at the same time. Consistency is indeed key, but as I've said before, trash on top of trash is just gonna be even more trash. Now, here's what I'm literally saying to you. I'm not saying your attempts are trash. I'm saying that if something's not working out and you're using the same thing over and over again, then that's trash. And it's not necessarily what you're doing, it's what's not working. So, let's say that I make a video or anyone makes a video and people don't even go to the point of that video, right? People just keep talking and talking and talking and they don't go to the point. So let's say the viewer wants to watch something. You want to go to the point. You want to give them the valuable information they need, okay? And you keep making several videos like this. But you know what the biggest problem is? Your retention. And if your retention is low, the algorithm will not recommend your video. And that's a sad truth, that people have to stick around for a few seconds or so. And if you keep doing that, then that's it. It's just trash. But if you suddenly decide, okay, these seconds are crucial, even if you make a 1% change, I'm going to go to the point slightly earlier this time. Or I'm going to try and go to the point, you'll see your retention is better. Thus recommended by the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? And that's an improvement. So you're being consistent, but you're not doing same old stuff. What doesn't work is not reliable to help you make it work. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that's slowing you down, it will never speeden you up. If you don't go to the point of a set video or whatever you're trying to do, no one's interested. You're not giving people the information, the value they need. But if you go to the point, if you tell people, you know what, this is what you're expecting from my video and you're getting it, that is going to keep people more grounded. And that is also going to be something that counts as your improvement. So if you're consistent and you go to the point, this is why I edit my videos as best as I can. That's what happens. Because in the past, I didn't edit my videos. I just left them. And then I realized this affects my retention severely. And if people don't watch my videos, how are they going to gain the value from them? You know what I'm saying? So I had to post, I did post a lot of videos, but I didn't implement that practice until I was like, you know what, it's that bad. So yeah, make improvements, and whenever you're thinking, so how does this relate to your next project? Simple. Be 1% better. Be 5% better. Do whatever you can. So when I say your next one could be the one, it can, but you need to make an improvement every single time. If it's a song piece, maybe there are some wrong notes that you have to fix, or maybe the tempo is a bit fast or slow, or maybe it's a bit uneven, and perhaps it doesn't match the mood of the symphony you're trying to play. Maybe for the artwork that you're doing, it could be messy line art, it could be the colors that you're using, it could be generally boring. There's so many different things you can fix, and there's always room for improvement. So this is your chance to fail and then do trial and error, because no one will judge you. And I've said this before, when you gain a lot of attention and you make mistakes, people will cancel you for it. People will talk about it. They will literally haunt you. So this is your chance to mess up. Not intentionally, but to experiment. Because once people become big and they mess up, it becomes controversy. And it's so sad, but that's just how people have become. So God forbid that I ever get involved in some cancel culture, because I speak my mind, so I don't really imagine myself in such a scenario. But regardless, I'm just very mindful about my principles. Anyway, that's not the point of the video. Oh boy. Why am I doing this? I don't even want to get that thing. Ooh, how do I make myself go over there? Oh, there's a Wimp Star there. But there's also going to be a Wimp Star here. Find the path to the Wimp Star. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm screwed. Ah! Oh boy. Oh, I must be... Wait. Oops. Wait, what? Okay, I think I got it. Maybe. It has to keep going. Are you freaking kidding me? Oh. Ah! Oh. Whoops. I can be a bit slow at times. But yeah, that's exactly what you need to do. Because people don't implement improvements. People just hope for the best. Whatever's not working is not working for a reason. So take it personally, okay? You just need to do what works. Because it's like revising. So one of the things that I used to struggle with were flashcards. A lot of people found them useful. I just couldn't. I remember trying so hard to make them work, but it wasn't meant for me because my brain just doesn't understand stuff. I would do past papers, by the way. That's probably the best way for me personally. But that's the thing. If it's not meant for you, it's not going to reach you. And if it doesn't work to begin with, no matter how many times you do it, it's not going to suddenly just change to work. Sometimes what doesn't work is actually what doesn't work. And it's not meant for you, and that's okay. That means something else is there. And one door has to close for something else to open. It's very important to see things like that as well. Oh boy. Ooh, this is fun. Don't even know what I'm doing, guys. But yeah. You just need to interpret things like that. Could be that project. And that's the excitement. It could be that project. You're not lying to yourself. It's a genuine truth. It could be that one time you say yes to something, that things start to unlock. Maybe this one time you decide to hang out with someone, that's when you decide, oh, I'm glad I gave this a chance. How many times have you thought you would not enjoy something and you realize, wait, I actually did enjoy this. I could have said no, but I didn't. Imagine I said no, I wouldn't have received or experienced all of this. It's happened to me before. It's incredible. Like, honestly. Because you're thinking, okay, I really could have said no to that. And that's big. People severely underestimate that. So be proud of yourself for taking steps that you usually wouldn't take. And be someone who takes risks. And if there's something you really want, you have to take the risks for it. But you also do need to implement improvements. It's very, very important. So don't just be consistent in what you do. Be better every single time. Because think about it. If you are bad at something, let's say you're 5 to 10% good at it, you're always going to be at that 5 to 10%. But if you improve by 1% each time, it doesn't necessarily have to be specifically 1%. It could even be 5. Then that's it. You're going to go to 10 to 15. Maybe even 20 to 30. You're getting better and better. So your odds are actually higher. If you stay the same, you're not going to do anything differently. You're just going to be in the same old situation. And you're just going to complain that you can't get X, Y, Z. Yep. So it's not just about what's going to happen next. It's about what you're going to do. How are you going to secure your chances? You know what I'm saying? What do you learn from each experience? Don't just say I got rejected. Don't just say, okay, I'm not gonna be able to do XYZ. Oh boy. Sorry, bud. Jeez. You know what I'm saying? Wait, was I just on the flat? Oh god. Something tells me oh boy. Invendiniki. That's what happens. Okay. But yeah. That's what people need to do. Because it's not just, you know what, the internet needs to either stop lying or stop being vague. One of the two. Maybe sometimes both. It's not just being consistent. Just doing something over and over again is not going to help you. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. The more you practice, the better you become. But you have to be intentional with that repetition. And people don't do that. People are instead like, I'm just going to dish out a video, and then a video, and then a video. But they never think, okay, let me improve this, even by, I don't know, a mere 2%. And then that's it. Wait a minute. This bird is gonna shrug me off. Whoa! That's an aggressive bird. Damn. Got rejected by a bird, guys. That's fine. The next bird could actually be a nice one. Anyway, whatever. But yeah. That's what you have to see it as. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not saying it's gonna work out 100%. But you can't make excuses and keep acting like it's always gonna fail. That is gonna set you up for failure, and that's gonna set you up for basically depression. And I don't want anyone to go through that, because I know what it's like to be hopeless, and it sucks. And it doesn't do anything besides making you be in a much more abysmal position than you already are. What do you have to lose? Genuinely. If you're in a bad place already, what do you have to lose? Literally nothing. And if you're in a good position already, once again, you're not really losing anything. You're gaining something even better than what you have. So that's what I wanted to tell people as best as I can. Please, don't be someone who is just going to waste your life thinking, oh, it's never going to work. No, be better. Freaking be better. When I first started my commentary stuff, I didn't even know I would do commentaries. Genuinely. I didn't think I would ever do it, but you know, I had to keep moving forward, and then eventually I found something that sort of works. Not sure if it's something I'm going to do for the rest of my life, but anyway. The point is that you never know until you freaking try. Sounds cliche, sounds cringy. I think we've all heard of set phrases like this, but guys, we can't make excuses. We just can't. Because everything we do in our lives right now is becoming an excuse. If we don't have a life we enjoy, whose fault is it gonna be? It's not gonna be our parents, it's not gonna be the people we're around, blah blah blah. No. It's not gonna be anything like that. We're only gonna blame ourselves. Because realistically, who else do we have? It's us doing things for ourselves. If we are the ones who don't do anything, then why would we need to blame anyone else? You know what I'm saying? So make sure that you take accountability. If you're happy with where you are genuinely, then that's awesome. But if you're someone who isn't happy and you feel like you need to make ends meet, you need to do something else, then work on that. Work on that and make yourself, treat yourself seriously. Genuinely. I'm not trying to be someone who's boring and trying to be someone who's just lecturing you. I genuinely care, guys. I don't want you to waste your life. Do what you need to do. Because that's exactly what people don't understand. Doing what we want to do, very easy. Doing what we need to do, no. Okay. Okay. So I need to somehow get the box up there. Not sure how I'm gonna do that. Because if I step here, it's not gonna do anything. It will open temporarily. Oh. You're gonna need both the boxes here. Oh, that's a bit crazy. Okay, I think I'm done with this. I don't want to do boxes and stuff. Hell no. This is boring. Get me out of here. This is so tiring and long. No thanks, not my Wimstar. There are so many Wimstars in this world, damn. Oh boy. I knew about this and yet I'm still doing it. But yeah. Be open to things working out. I know that society is pessimistic. AF. People just don't know how to be near as optimistic as they should. And it's so sad that we have to live in a society like this, where we normalize the fact that something could be, what's the word? We just normalize things not working out. It's just really, really sad. But at the same time, we are the only ones to blame if our life is not what it should be. And I'm not just trying to sound like a motivational speaker or whatever. I'm talking like someone who's actually giving a damn, because I don't want to live a life that I will hate. I already said to myself that my younger self deserves better, so and so. I'm not here to destroy it any further. So if you're watching this, then it could be it. Your next video, your next whatever. Oh, it's not available. It could be your next video. It could be your next song. It could be your next artwork. I don't know what it can be. But all I can say is that it can be your next attempt. But you need to keep going. And even if it's not, what can you extract? What works and what doesn't work? And make sure that you add an improvement every single time, so that your odds will become higher and higher. Because that's what people refuse to see. Anyway, if my videos have helped you, kindly support my Ko-fi page. And I do have merch as well, link is in my description. Thank you so much for watching. And go ahead and do the task that you said you would do. Make your younger self proud. Make your whoever self proud. Whoever you want proud. But remember, do it for you, your happiness, and genuinely your well-being. But yeah, peace out.